What's up, guys? Welcome to the second episode of FIFA 07 Nations, and as suggested in the previous video in the comments below, someone suggested I should do Italy next and then France after this, so the next episode will be France, and after that I'll probably do Brazil, and then it's your choice for whoever I do after that. But anyway, the first player in this team it was Buffon, who has played for Italy since 1997, I believe, or in their main squad anyway. So that's 17 years roughly that he's been in the Italy squad, and he still is in the Italy squad now, and will probably be in the Italy squad for the World Cup, or he will definitely be in the World Cup unless he gets an injury. But he was 93 rated, which is 7 more than his current card, which is 86 rated. And he had 91 diving, 93 reflexes, 93 handling, 82 kicking, and 96 positioning. And then his speed, I kind of based it on his acceleration and sprint speed, which kind of averaged out to around 55, which is much higher than his current speed, which I think is like 46 or something. But that is because he's getting older, and I would have expected him to have had higher speed back then when he was younger, but obviously not, unless they base his speed on something else, one of the other in-game stats, which I haven't seen. But anyway, that's his card, and it looks really solid. So the next player is going to be the left back, which is going to be Grosso, who played for Inter at the time, and he was only 80 rated. And now, me personally, I thought Barzagli played left back. I wasn't exactly sure because I wasn't actually into football that much back then in 2007 as I am now. But Grosso apparently played, according to the database, played left back for them, and that was the only picture I could find, by the way. The only picture without a background. So sorry about that. But it still kind of fits in the card nicely. But he was a left back for Inter. He had 48 caps for Italy, and he played for the Italian national team between 2003 to 2009. So quite a long career for him. Not as long as Buffon, but that's understandable because Buffon's a goalie. But he had 83 pace, 75 dribbling, 63 shooting, 75 passing, 84 defence, and 84 heading. So quite strong defensively. All right passing and dribbling, I guess, and shooting isn't too bad for a left back, so pretty good all round card there, but his rating wasn't the highest, and I think it is the lowest of the whole Italian national team. So now we move into the higher rated players of the team. The first centre back is going to be Nesta, who played for Milan back then, as he did for most of his career. Now he played for the Italian national team between 1996 and 2006, which is 10 years. And in those 10 years, he made 78 appearances, which is pretty good for a centre back. And he was one of their main centre backs. The next centre back is just as important as him. But he had 86 pace, 94 defence, and 93 heading. His shooting and passing kind of let him down, but that was the case with most of the centre-backs in FIFA 07. So the second centre-back's going to be another 91 rated centre-back. It's going to be Fabio Cannavaro, who played for Real Madrid back then, and he had 136 appearances for the Italian national team between 1997 and 2010. So that's 13 years. So that's 3 years longer than Nesta, and he had quite a lot more appearances than Nesta as well. And he had 84 pace, 94 defence, and 91 heading. That 91 heading is quite surprising considering he was 5'9", but he was really, really good at jumping, and that was why he could still play as a centre back, even though he did have some letdowns on his height. But I noticed that his passing was quite high for a centre back in FIFA 07, because a lot of the centre backs back then weren't very good at technical stuff such as passing. But 66 passing is quite good for a centre back. I think he had something like 75 short passing, so that's not too bad at all. But overall, really solid card there, and probably better than Nesta's card. So next we have the right back, which is going to be Zambrotta, who played for Barcelona back then. Now he played for Italy between 1999 and 2010, and he had 98 appearances. Shame for him that he didn't actually get 100. If I were him, I would have probably played on until I got 100. But anyway, he had 88 pace, 83 dribbling, 79 shooting, 85 passing, 88 defence, and 71 heading. So he was definitely one of the main players of the Italian team. So the first of the centre mids, the first of the three centre mids is going to be Perotta, who played for Roma back then. Now he played for the Italian national team between 2002 and 2009, and he made 48 appearances, which isn't too bad at all considering how many centre mids or midfielders there are who play for Italy. But he was 83 rated, he had 84 pace, 83 dribbling, 84 defence, 79 heading, 83 passing and 79 shooting, so a really all-rounded card there. And if he was in FIFA 14, I would definitely like the chance to use him because of how all-rounded his stats are. So the second of the centre mids going to be Pirlo. He was 87 rated, the same as his FIFA 13 rating and one more than his FIFA 14 rating. But I think in FIFA 08 he was actually 88 rated, which is one higher. But anyway, he played for Italy between 2002 and he's still playing for them now. So he's so far had 107 appearances. And because he's 34, I can probably see him playing for Italy for a good 3 years more, and he'll probably make more appearances than Cannavaro. But anyway, he had 82 pace, 91 dribbling, 79 shooting, 91 passing, 77 defence, and 63 heading. So some really all-rounded stats. I believe all of his stats are actually higher than his FIFA 14 card, apart from his passing, which is the same. But really all-rounded stats there, and that card would go for a ton if it was on FIFA 14. So the final centre mid is going to be Gattuso, who played for Milan back then, and he actually made 73 appearances for Italy between 2000 and 2010, so for 10 years, and he only scored one goal. But he was definitely a contributor on the defensive front with his 92 defending on his card, and he was 81 rated, and he also had 82 pace, 68 shooting, 77 passing, 70 dribbling, and 76 heading. So overall, a really solid card there, and definitely really good on the defensive front as well as his pace. So now we move on to the attacking area of the team. The first player is going to be a really important player back then, Totti, who is 90 rated, and he had 88 pace, 87 shooting, 90 passing, 91 dribbling, only 59 defence. I thought he was slightly more defensive, but obviously not, and 72 heading. And he played for Italy between 1998 and 2006, and he made 58 appearances, scoring 9 goals, compared to Pirlo, who has already made over 100 appearances. But I believe the Italian national coach, Prandelli, has actually mentioned including Totti and Del Piero back in the Italian national team for the 2014 World Cup as some extra attacking options. Me personally, I think that'd be a really good idea. They might not be as fast as they used to be, but they've definitely still got it in them, and they might score quite a lot of goals for Italy in the World Cup. But he looked like a really, really solid card, and would definitely go for a lot if he was in FIFA 14. So next we have Luca Toni, who's actually still playing, and he plays for, at the moment he plays for Verona, but back then he played for Fiorentina, and he played for Fiorentina between 2005 and 2007, scoring 47 goals and 67 appearances, which isn't too bad at all. But for Italy, he played between 2004 and 2009, in 47 appearances, he scored 16 goals, which again isn't too bad at all. And back then he had 80 pace, 82 dribbling, 93 shooting, 75 passing, 47 defence, and 94 heading. So overall, really solid card there, and his shooting and his heading were definitely the highlights. So finally we have the legend, which is Del Piero, who played for Italy between 1995 and 2008, so that's 13 years, and in 91 appearances he scored 27 goals, which isn't too bad at all, and he was 87 rated, and he had 88 pace, 87 shooting, 88 passing, 92 dribbling, and his defensive heading weren't that good, but in the national team on the database, I actually saw that Gilardino was in the team ahead of him, and I saw Del Piero on the bench. I thought, hang on, shouldn't he be in the team? So I did put him back in the team because I think he did play for the Italian national team then, but they put him on